Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today, man, we're going to be talking about, I guess, the newer or maybe even more popular creator in this unfortunate saga that has happened really for years now. I mean, even on YouTube, there was people back in the day who, like, they would do prank videos where they would just go out in public and harass people on the street, just, like, mess with them, go around just acting like idiots in public, and then, like, they would get obviously negative reactions and whatnot. People would try to fight them or hurt them or whatever. And then, of course, they'd always back up. Oh, but bro, it's just a prank. I'm not being serious or whatever. Well, now that's kind of like a popular way to make content on like Kick and whatnot, right? These are basically, I've said this, I feel like a million times, but a lot of the people on these websites and whatnot that are doing this shit, they are the losers who couldn't actually kick it streaming. You know what I mean? Like they don't have any real content. These guys aren't going to come on here. They're not going to be funny. They're not going to be good at video games. They're not going to be good at art, music, any of that shit. Literally, the only thing that they can do is just go around in public and fucking harass people for just literally no reason other than making content, right? So the first one we're going to take a look at, well, really the main focus of this video, is going to be Jack Doherty, and I haven't made a video about this guy yet because I've just been trying to fucking, like, ignore it, hoping maybe he was, like, a one-hit wonder or whatever, right? But unfortunately, there's too many 13-year-olds in the world that like watching stupid shit like this, so this guy has gained an audience or whatever, right? And a video got posted a few days ago, and this is not the first time, by the way, this has happened, but a video basically went viral a couple days ago of like this guy and like his dad or girlfriend and whatnot and his security guard going out in public and some old man just like fucking trying to kick his ass, right? Because these people walk around just goading people and fucking with people, and I guess an old guy at like the pier or something just got tired of seeing him act this way, and he just started throwing hands. Like he just decided it was time. It was on site, right? So the unfortunate part about all this is I have to actually cut the part where he tries to hit him out of the video because YouTube is a bunch of pussies. Like I just made a Watch Optimus exclusive video like a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, about like a Pokemon card fight in a McDonald's, and they age restricted it because these two dudes were like fighting in McDonald's. So apparently YouTube is no longer allowing people to show fight footage monetized or even not age restricted on YouTube. But I will show the rest of the context of the clip just so you guys actually know what's going on.
We got out of there, motherfucker! Let's go!
Watch your language, there's kids around here.
I didn't say any curse words. What'd I say?
Just watch your language.
What'd I say?
You got a stupid shirt on over there.
Yeah. Your kids can't read, though.
What are you talking about?
Your kids can't read, can they?
I'm sure your kids watch.
Get away from me.
You started talking to me, buddy.
Get away from me.
You get away from me. Watch your kids. Go walk away.
Get something to say, you motherfucker.
McKinley, back up.
What the fuck's your problem?
Alright, so as you can see from that video right, they're out, I think it's like a pier or something, like a dock, I'm not totally sure, but they're kind of like hanging out or whatever, just fucking with people, right? This security guard is just wearing a shirt that has like the F word all over it. And truth be told, like, I mean, I've seen graphic or explicit shirts out in public before. I've worn explicit shirts and whatnot, right? It's one of those things where, like, I don't know, it depends like what the shirt is. It just, I don't know, you can't go around in public wearing just some stupid shit and expect everybody else to just have nothing to say about it. Like, yeah, I mean, I guess the dude's shirt isn't technically anyone else's business, but like, dude, you're going in public where there's a bunch of like grandpas, fathers, children, things like that, right? And you're just fucking antagonizing everybody by being loud and filming and walking around being fucking idiots. And then you want to act like almost surprised that somebody finally confronts you. And the thing about this guy is he always hides behind his security guard, like the tall dude who had the shirt on that was like pissing people off or whatever, right? That's his security guard. So basically what this loser does is he'll like go out in public, he'll antagonize people and fuck with them, and then before they can like break his puny little neck, he has his fucking security guard step in between him and the people because this kid can't fight, this kid can't defend himself, he's just going out in public acting like a loser, and he just doesn't want anybody to actually give him repercussions to his actions because, well, not to be that guy, but I mean, take one good look at him, right? Like, I'm pretty sure this kid is not really defending himself against a lot of these folks, right? So people will try to break his face or whatever, and then yeah, he hides behind his security guard. It's the same lame shit that like all these guys have done forever, where when they go out in public, they want to be able to antagonize people and troll people and fuck with them, but when the repercussions repercussions are ready to come back, they don't want to be ready to take that. They don't want to really be there to accept that. Which to me is actually really weird and stupid because, like, you're going in public and acting like a fucking loser for attention online, right? Like, you're going in public and just being the biggest annoying, just fucking moron that you can act like. But yet, you don't do the most entertaining thing, which is let these people beat your ass, bro. Like, I would like people like this infinitely more if they went and antagonized people and then just sat there and took the beating, bro. Like, the most entertaining thing that could happen when it comes to this guy and his content is for him to walk up to some 6'6" jacked Giga Chad on the sidewalk with no security and do this. I want to see this guy go to New York at 10 o'clock p.m. during the summer and do this shit to a bunch of people out on the sidewalk. I want to see how that goes, you know, when they break his face in about 3 seconds in 6 different places. That is literally the most entertaining thing that could happen, but instead of letting that happen, like it should, realistically, you know, like I said, he has to hide behind all these other people and these security guards, which it really doesn't matter what you're doing, right? If your first instinct is to duck behind the real men in situations like this, you just look like a big fucking loser and a big pussy. Like, and that's what's craziest about kids looking up to fucking weirdos like this online, right? They're not even looking up to people who actually can stand up to the challenge. They don't even look up to people who, like, are really about it. They look up to fucking losers who are scared to actually face the song, right? They're afraid to face the repercussions. Now, obviously, the reaction to this content has been quite negative. Every time I've ever seen anybody talk about this kid, it's just people shitting on him. And I mean, can you really blame them? Like, look at the way he portrays himself. Look at the shit that he does for the world. Like, I don't want to sit here and pretend like, oh, you know, creators have to fucking change the world. But it's like, man, what are you actually doing for society, right? Like, what benefit do you provide to everybody around you? You're not entertaining, you're not funny, you're not smart, you're not creative, you're not cool, you're not fashionable, you're not intelligent. Like, what is the redeeming quality here except for hoping that you get your fucking jawline rearranged? Like, I don't really even understand what the content actually is here. I mean, imagine actually coming home from school or work or whatever and sitting down and watching this shit. And I mean, if we're being honest too here, right? Like, the old man low-key kind of had him, right? The old man caught him slipping a little bit. Like, that's kind of a problem. What happened with your security guard? Why isn't he aware of the fucking surroundings? Because, I mean, think about it this way, right? If elderly men outside are fucking sneaking this kid like that just happened, bro, imagine what's gonna happen when he runs into somebody who's, like, actually about it, you know? Like, what are the odds this kid ends up running into a fucking, like, MMA kickboxer? Or, like, ends up running into a fucking, like, armed civilian who has nothing to lose? I mean, honestly, that's what I personally, if I were him, would be worried about right there. Like, going around in public, fucking with people, just, you know, antagonizing them, starting fights, being a loser, right? Eventually, it feels like he's gonna run into somebody who, once again, they've got like a fucking 38 special on their hip. They got really nothing to lose at home, and they're like, you know what, fuck it, this kid could die today. And that's what's crazy about situations like this, is they either don't take that into account or they don't care, but like, that is a very genuinely real possibility, bro. People die over stupid shit every day. There's people who get killed over fucking tennis shoes. There's people who get killed over waiting in line at fucking drive-thrus. There's people who get killed in gas stations. Like, there's people who die every day in the most unexpected places and, like, you know, in ways that people would not think that they'd be dying, right? But you really think that just fucking walking around on the sidewalk and rolling the dice on whoever you're confronting, not being a psychopath with a gun, you think that's viable long-term for content? Because let's be real here, like, yeah, this whole style of content or whatever works when he's going up to fucking 60-year-old men with their grandkids or whatever out in public. He can fuck with them, right? Because most of them can't physically respond to him or his bodyguards. But that bodyguard ain't gonna really mean shit if he runs into some dude with a fucking extended mag Glock 18 waiting on his ass. He, his family, and that security guard could be emptied out in a fucking single magazine. And that's the problem that these people don't ever seem to address. Like, you're literally walking around just crap shooting on whether or not you're gonna die. And the lamest part about all of it is just how disrespectful and how much of an actual douchebag this kid is, right? Like, it's not even just that he's going around fucking with people in public, making lame content, getting this weird massive ego he doesn't deserve. It's the fact that he's so fucking disrespectful and mean to everybody, right? Like, he genuinely seems to think he's just better than people. I mean, yeah, social media has seen a million of these fucking basic white boys with the fucking broccoli cut walking around acting like entitled douchebags. And I can say all that because I am a white boy myself, so I can say whatever I want. about the crackers, okay? Oh, shit, I probably just pissed off some whites. But anyway, like, that's the thing. Like, these guys, they walk around looking like this, acting like this, just looking like a fucking 16-year-old high school boy. And then, like, they walk around in public doing this shit, and they anticipate that there won't be any sort of real repercussions. But, like, that's just not gonna be the case someday. It just is also kind of weird because, like, losers like this are exactly what's giving Kick their bad reputation. And that's what really sucks for Kick. I don't think the people at Kick care because they keep not only encouraging these kinds of losers to behave this way, but they keep giving them, like, a big name on their platform. But, like, for the streaming world, that's the problem. Like, Kick is supposed to be some fucking cool alternative, right, that really is about helping the streaming world. If that's the case, then how come everybody on Kick are just fucking losers? Like, where are the Kick streamers who aren't complete losers? Where are they at? Because it seems like everybody who gets big on Kick, the only things they know how to do are incessantly gamble, go around in public and treat people like shit for content, or become punching bags for the internet. I can't think of even one name on Kick off the top of my head that actually makes me think, well, gee, I actually might watch some Kick tonight. Like, why does this platform just, like, for whatever fucking reason, man, whatever reason in their mind, why do they insist on being the home of degeneracy? Why does it insist on being just, like, the worst place for just absolute fucking cretins to hang out and stream? I really don't know. But it sucks because, like, truth be told, the streaming world is in a spot of free fall, in my opinion, right? I mean, there hasn't been a streamer who genuinely entertains me in years at this point, right? Like, I don't watch any fucking streamers because I don't find any of the content enjoyable. And then, like, half of the streamers, this is the shit that they're doing. They're just, like, basically rehashing what people were doing on YouTube a decade ago and getting made fun of for. That's what they're doing now. Like, it's just the dumbest, weirdest stuff possible, man. Like, and what's craziest about all this, right, is in 2 years when all of the fans finally grow up and realize, like, oh yeah, this guy going around being a loser in public is not actually funny or entertaining, right? Then what happens? Because, like, I have yet to see even a single one of these YouTubers or streamers or whatever who have made a career out of going around fucking with people like this. They never last. I don't know why that is, but isn't that a pretty incredible feat there in of itself, right? How come all of these guys end up fading into irrelevancy at the end of it, right? They get their little year and a half of attention or whatever, right? And then suddenly you never hear their names again. Well, I wonder why that is. Gee, maybe it's because the content fucking sucks and there's no way to build a real fan base off this. The only people consuming shit like this, like I said, are 13-year-old kids who don't know any better because they're young and dumb, and they just watch this shit because they still think it's funny. Once they grow up and they start watching people who, like, actually can entertain and can make people laugh or smile or think about something even a little differently, they end up fucking leaving on these kinds of guys. And then over the next few years, they just kind of fade into obscurity. Then a lot of them, I've noticed too, they'll try like some sort of fucking like miracle comeback where they try to rebrand or refocus their content. And it never works because obviously they spent their year or two of relevancy building no real audience because everything they've done is for shock value. So in 5 years, when this kid's fucking broke and there's nothing to his name and he's banned from most platforms because he's just been a loser his whole career, then what, man? Then what happens then? Like, you go back to working at Starbucks? I don't know. But anyway, with that being said, man, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like. Subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel. Follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at @SubTheOptimus. Make sure to check out Shoptimus down below. Thank you to my Watch Optimus subscribers. Your support helps the channel tremendously. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus. Well, talking about these idiots on Kick and signing out. And that's a wrap on this video, but a big shout out to my Optimus Nation supporters. You guys are the real MVPs here. Your support with just $10 a month unlocks a treasure trove of exclusive videos, constantly updated, archived live stream VODs, and early access to all new uploads. Thanks for watching and see you soon.